Hello and welcome to our shared sanctuary, your virtual space for support on your healing and self-love journey. My name is Edith, and today I am honored to guide you through a short yoga practice for upper body relief. This is an all-levels practice with the intention of melting away tension from the upper body and opening up our heart space. I invite you to settle into your space, get comfortable, and meet me on the mat to begin. Welcome. We'll start by meeting in a tabletop position to transition into our child's pose. So as you arrive here, go ahead and open up the knees about as wide as the mat, bringing big toes together behind you. Pushing the hips back to the heels, walking the hands forward to soften the heart towards the earth. Feel free to rest here on the forearms, or maybe you're able to fully extend, resting your forehead on the mat. If you'd like to deepen the stretch in the upper back body, feel free to bend both elbows, bringing the palms together and resting the thumbs behind the neck. Whatever expression of the pose that you choose, find your breath, and with each exhale, allow your heart to soften a little closer towards the earth, giving yourself permission to fully surrender. Taking a final deep breath in our child's pose. If the elbows are still bent, gently straighten them. And we'll prepare to release by pressing palms into the mat. And when you are ready, slowly lifting the head and the chest as you straighten the spine and bring the knees together. From here, we'll gently transition once more into our tabletop. Coming into tabletop, bringing wrists under shoulders and knees under hips, we'll prepare to move through a few slow rounds of our cow and cat pose. On an inhale, dropping the belly down, opening the heart, crown of the head reaches towards the sky. taking your time here. And whenever you feel right, on an exhale, arching the spine deeply, allowing the head and neck to hang fully between the shoulders in our cat pose. Take a few more rounds just like this, moving mindfully, slowly, and with as much ease as you can. On your next exhale, we'll return to a neutral tabletop and prepare for our puppy pose or Anatahasana, another beautiful posture for the heart, the shoulders, the chest. From your tabletop, take a step forward with the palms and soften the heart down towards the floor. Once again, maybe you're able to rest forehead on the mat. You might also like to lift up high on the fingertips to deepen the stretch through the underarms and the upper back body here. Take 3 deep, loving breaths for yourself. Start to slowly and gently release. Instead of lifting back into tabletop, we'll roll forward onto the belly for our Sphinx pose. Taking your time, bring the elbows under shoulders, forearms parallel, opening the heart as you reach the crown of the head towards the sky. Take a moment to breathe here with a wide open heart, keeping the shoulders down, honoring yourself in this moment. Honoring whatever might be present in your heart space and allowing yourself to breathe with it. On your next exhale, rolling the heart back down to the mat and crossing the forearms in front of you so the palms are stacked, letting the forehead rest on your stacked hands, and letting the legs splay out naturally. Heels might fall to the side. Taking a moment in our crocodile pose, a very gentle lower back opener, and a moment for us to allow our hearts to rest with the earth in silence and stillness. Slowly lift the head. Bring the palms under the shoulders and push up through your tabletop to find a seated kneeling position, taking all the time you need to arrive here. And from here, we will open up the arms on an inhale. And as you exhale, crossing the arms like an X, right arm underneath, bending the right elbow, bending the left elbow. Option to just take the hands to the tops of the shoulders or take the full expression, that double bind. Bringing the right fingertips into the left palm. Garudasana, eagle arms. Deep stretch between the scapulas, the upper back body, the back of the heart space. Feel free to go even deeper by dropping the chin to the chest here. Gently release the arms, allowing them to float back down. And we'll take a little counter pose. If it feels right, reaching the arms behind you, fingertips point away as you open the heart, open the front of the throat, Gazing upward, taking a nice deep breath here, finding that balance between opening and closing the heart center, between giving and receiving love. And as you exhale, just bring it back in. We'll take our Garudasana Eagle arms to the other side now. On an inhale, opening the arms. Exhale, crossing arms, left arm underneath this time. Bending the left elbow, bending the right elbow. Remember, option to take hands to the shoulders or go into the full expression with the double bind. Bringing the right fingertips to the left palm. Beginning to breathe deeply here. Aware of the sensations in your upper body. And leaning into your exhale as a chance to release anything that might feel heavy around your heart. Once again, allow the arms to float back down to the lap with a gentle release. We'll take that counter pose, opening the heart. This time, option 1 is to just reach the hands behind us like we did before and take this gentle expression. Option 2, we can go a little deeper by actually standing on the knees for camel pose, bringing the hands to the lower back, opening the heart, opening the throat. Maybe you're able to reach the hands back to the heels, only if it feels safe in your body. Whichever option you are in, take a big inhale straight into the heart, and exhale, softening here. When you feel ready, we'll start to release, coming back to a seated position where we'll meet. And from your seat, we'll bring the legs to stretch out long in front of us, preparing for our forward fold. I invite you to keep a nice generous bend in the knees if you need to here. Otherwise, you can straighten them to the level that feels good. Taking a moment to lengthen the spine, we can breathe in and grow a little taller, maybe reaching the arms up if that feels good. Exhale, melting over the legs, full surrender, dropping the chin to the chest and letting the shoulders round forward. Breathe deeply as we rest here. Taking your final breath in your fold. And on your exhale, we'll begin to very slowly rise up using the hands to support you as you roll up through the spine. And as we become upright again, taking a moment to breathe deep and reconnect with yourself. And we'll bring the legs into a crisscross seat. And I invite you to wrap the arms around yourself here as a gentle hug of self-support or maybe self-love. Taking a few moments to just breathe with ourselves, to feel into our own embrace. Maybe dropping right ear to the right shoulder and giving yourself some nice neck stretches. If it feels good, you can drop the chin to the chest and then take your neck stretches to the other side. As we breathe for these final moments, holding ourselves, holding space for our experience, remembering our worthiness to be loved. Slowly let the arms fall away from the body. And from here, we'll make our way to lying on our backs flat on the mat. And when you get there, planting the feet hip-width apart, knees to the sky. Reaching the arms down by your side, palms facing the floor. Setting up for bridge pose. When you're ready, on an inhale, heels press into the floor and we start to slowly let the hips rise. And we'll hold at the top of our bridge pose, easing the heart open, maybe even tilting chin slightly upwards. And if you'd like, you can interlace the hands underneath the low back, just an option, as we take a few deep breaths here. Finding a moment of gentle strengthening, at the same time allowing ourselves to be vulnerably opened through our hearts. On an exhale, lower the hips back down to the mat and hug the knees into the chest. Start to gently rock side to side, giving yourself a little feel-good massage here. Maybe drawing some circles with the knees if that's what feels good on the lower back. And then from here, we will let the knees go. And we've got two options for this next pose. Option one, opening the feet nice and wide and letting the knees fall into touch. That's going to give you a nice gentle release through the lower back. Option two, reclined butterfly pose, opening the knees out to the sides, bringing soles of feet together so that you're getting a nice deep stretch through the inner thighs, the inner groin, and the hips. Rest the arms wherever you feel comfortable as we fully surrender to the breath in the pose of our choice. On your next inhale, begin to slowly and gently reawaken, maybe stretching the arms up overhead or rolling on to your favorite side. Taking this moment to mindfully transition out of your practice and into the rest of your day or night with an open and balanced heart space. When you're ready, meet me in a seated position, and if you'd like, we'll bring hands over the heart, taking a final deep breath to honor ourselves and honor the journey that we've been on today. Thank you so much for joining me in today's practice. I hope that it has served and supported you on your journey. Make sure to leave me a comment letting me know how this class was for you and like this video. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on those notifications so you don't miss a practice. Thank you for joining me, and until next time, take care.